Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the No Sports Talk Show right here on Facebook Live, YouTube, via StreamYard. Man, it's good to be back in the virtual booth. I'm your host, VJ Johnson, right here with my main man, 50 Grand Miles T. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, man? We try to work this little orange and that tide out. You know what I mean? So
Look, they probably talking about us right now, of course, because both of our teams aren't in it and we still rocking it. But it's that way to the day we die, so it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? They know the truth.
They really do, because at the end of the day, we're still getting talked about as much as they are. Still, really.
Yeah, we know the truth. It's all good. We'll let the Big Ten have a little glory this year, but
they ain't gonna get no glory. They ain't gonna win. They ain't gonna win no championship. Georgia gonna have
getting two teams in the playoff is their championship. That
was it.
That's a milestone. That is that I didn't never see today. But it is what it is. It's all good. But hey, man, like we said, man, we're happy to be back, man. We had few weeks off trying to just get some stuff situated, man. So don't hold it to us too much, man. There's still plenty of sports to be talked about. And like I said, just happy to be able to jump on tonight. And I know it's Friday. I know we got Christmas coming up, man. We're excited about that. And man, I hope y'all got y'all shopping done. If you didn't, I'm gonna pray for y'all because it is a nightmare out there on the streets. I'm telling you, I went today. Miles, I think you said you got your shopping already done, didn't you?
I got a couple more things to do, but the main ones, I got what I'm gonna take care of.
Yeah. Well, if you gotta ship something out, then definitely.
Oh, I ain't doing none of that.
I know you good. I'm saying if anybody out there has to ship anything, y'all need to get on it. I'm telling you, it's crazy. I gotta go to the UPS in the morning, first thing, and ship my stuff off. But man, I'm wrapping, almost finished up wrapping everything. But yeah, man, I love this time. It's Christmas time, man.
Definitely.
Cheers, y'all can see I got my hat on. I'm in the spirit. But look, next week, man, we got to do that. We might need to do a little ugly Christmas sweater episode or something, man. But hey,
I don't think I got an ugly sweater, but I can put something together.
All right, cool. Well, yeah, man. So let's jump into it, y'all. Like I said, it's plenty good stuff to talk about. A lot of stuff going on in the sports world, as you all know. And this is that time we had basketball and football going on simultaneously. So it's an exciting time for all sports fans. But we're just going to talk about college first and foremost. We're going to kick it off there. So, Miles, who do you think right now is the best team in college basketball? And before you answer that, I'm just going to quickly run down the top 10 rankings that we have right now. And then I'll let you go ahead and jump in from there. So right now, the rankings are as follows. You have Purdue at number 1. They moved up 3 spots. Virginia is number 2. UConn is 3. Alabama is 4. Houston is 5, Tennessee is 6, Texas is 7, Kansas is 8, Arizona is 9, and Arkansas is 10. So in that top 10, we have 4 teams out of the SEC in that top 10. So Miles, looking at that, who do you think right now is the best team in college basketball?
It's hard, it's a toss up right now, man. I'm gonna be honest though. I gotta be straight up honest. First, the wins. I don't know if they're the best team, but first, the best wins so far. I mean, you can argue with Purdue. You can argue with Purdue. You can argue with Alabama.
Roll Tide.
You can argue with Tennessee too now. Cause we now come on, we was in it. We beat Gonzaga already before the season started by like 20 in a preseason expedition game in Gonzaga.
It looked like everybody smacking Gonzaga because Purdue smacked them, y'all smacked them.
I mean, I'm just saying. And then we beat Kansas, dogged them out, and they still got them ranked ahead of us. We got the same record, but how they ranked ahead of us and we beat them by 14? What? And without one of our best defensive players, Josiah James. Are you serious? Come on, man. This is some make-believe, make-up stuff here, bro. But anyway, and then you can argue with Arkansas, they got some injuries coming on now, but for outside of the SEC and the Dukes and the North Carolinas and we got to play Arizona Sunday. They're number 9, so that could settle some things too. It's just it's just wide open right now. I mean, it's more wide open than I ever seen. It's not one just determined team. Just like you can, you would put money on in Vegas right now.
No. For me, I think I'm rocking with my boys, man. Alabama, man. We talking about when it comes to like
y'all ain't played us yet. We're the best defense in the country.
SEC play hadn't opened up yet. We'll get to y'all and we'll handle business there too. But what I'm saying is, look, check this out, Miles. Got wins over number 12 Michigan State. Michigan State. That was cool. That was first nice little startup. But then you got wins over number 1 UNC in 4 overtimes. Took UNC 4 overtimes. That was a crazy game. I don't know if you watched that game.
I watched the overtimes.
And I don't care what anybody says, like, oh, they weren't a real number 1. They had a 1 next to them when we played them on the TV screen, and that's what I saw.
They technically wasn't, though. They technically wasn't.
Listen. Hey, the TV screen had a 1 next to their name, and that's all I know. That's all I saw. But then you turn around and you go on the road. Woo! On the road to Houston. Houston is number 1, right in their own backyard. Knock them off, man. Come on, man. Come on.
That's nice.
That's real nice. That's real nice. Like that is impressive, and I think that is what Alabama did in Houston. I think that's the best win so far. Just being realistic, because Houston is a tough team. Houston has had some really good squads over the years, and Alabama came in there and handled business. They really balled, and I really like the way our team is constructed this year, because they don't, and I like the way that they play. They don't. Last year they turned the ball over a lot, and they took a lot of forced unnecessary 3-point shots. But I think this team is younger. They utilize like their skill sets a little bit more, and they play more together. So, and I like Brandon Miller. He freshman, he's been balling, man. I really, really like Brandon Miller. And but like I said, man, I think Alabama has the most impressive win so far.
Impressive wins. I got them.
I personally, I do think that they're when it comes to the conversation of best wins, they're definitely in that. But I think the Houston win is the best win.
I don't think so. I don't think that.
I do.
But I don't think Houston was really the number 1 team in the country. I don't think.
You see how you trying to discredit? You just try to discredit.
No, I just said that was
no, you can't. I'm not gonna sit up here and let you do that, because everybody was raving on Houston. They were the real number 1 team because that's where they put them at, and we knocked the ball, man.
Not me. I watch games. Games. I ain't talking about stats. I don't just read stats. I watch games.
I'm not even talking about the stats. You look, we're not on the committee. All I know is the committee and all the rest of them, they put them at number 1. That's where they had Houston, and we handled that real quick. So that's all I'm saying, you know. But I do not disagree with you when you know Purdue is definitely a tough squad. They usually always have a tough team to play against. I mean, they when it comes to like presence in the paint, they usually have two really good centers. Purdue always has two. I remember a few years back, they had the two like 7-foot centers. It was like impossible to get points in the paint on them. But Purdue is definitely a tough team, and we actually have Gonzaga on tomorrow, so we actually play them. It's our turn to play Gonzaga, and I think we play them at Gonzaga tomorrow, 1:00 CBS. So
y'all play Gonzaga tomorrow?
Yeah, at Gonzaga. So that's another bit. And we just knocked off Memphis the other night. Memphis is a tough squad. They've already knocked off like 3 SEC teams. So in Memphis
blew us out. One Tennessee.
I know it went Tennessee, but I'm saying they gotta. Memphis has a tough squad. Like that's one team. I think Memphis is a sleeper team. I know we're not talking about that, but Memphis, man, they can ball.
I see Sweet 16 talent out there. Sweet 16.
Yeah, they have some talent. What Penny Hardaway is doing over there, like he definitely has it ready. But like I said, man, I definitely, you know, I'm excited to see how the rest of this season, you know, shakes up. Especially, I'm really excited when he started getting in the conference play, especially in the SEC, because I think the SEC really has, you know, some strong teams. Like I really do. SEC is over these last like few years, the SEC has represented pretty well in the tournament. And I think that this year
we're gonna continue to get about 8, 9, 10 teams in there.
Absolutely. 8, 9. Now the teams need to. We do. I think the SEC does a really good job getting in the tournament. Advancing, that's what we need to get, because typically it's usually Kentucky and Tennessee that usually will go the furthest. So I would like to see us. I mean, well, last year Arkansas went the furthest out of everybody, but I would like to see, you know, more SEC presence in that, you know, Sweet 16, in that Elite 8. You know, shoot, it would be dope if we could get a all SEC Final Four. The world would be sick, boy.
They wouldn't like that. We'd have take over football and basketball. Lord,
look, the next thing we know, they might be getting rid of the round of 64. They might be talking about the top 4 college basketball instead of doing a whole tournament. But nah, man, that really would be great. But yeah, like I said, I don't disagree with anything you said. I think it's still, you know, with 9-10 games in so far, still a lot of basketball obviously left to be played. But it is, I will say that this season is an exciting season, because like you said, you just don't know. Yeah, you just, it's not that one team that you're just like, yeah, they're the definitive like number one team. Like I really do like when the season is like that. And even it was kind of that way in the college football season too. As the games were played, you started to see.
Why? Because we ended up number one? Why? Because we ended up number one?
No. Not even that. I'm just saying, just because you look at this year was just really weird. Like, I'm not even talking about like because y'all are number one. We hadn't seen that I've never seen it, and I'm 30 years old, so I know it's been a long time since you've seen it. But no. I'm just saying, like, you know, stuff like that is just to say, like, wow, like it's competitive. It's unpredictable. You know, I like the seasons that are unpredictable. You know, those are fun.
I love that. That's what makes sports unpredictableness.
Yeah. Because everybody used to look at me and be like, man, Alabama's going to be there. But like, I was always the person, like, I like to just go into a season just saying like, okay, we got a strong team, but it's still, you don't know. You still got to bring your A game every Saturday. You know what I'm saying? That's and in basketball, every whatever day of the week you play, because they can play any day of the week. So, but yeah, man, let's move on and let's talk about the NBA. So, right now, Miles, who do you think is the best team in the Eastern Conference and the best team in the Western Conference? And then also, when it comes to the MVP race, we'll talk a little bit about that as well. Who do you think, you know, is the front runner right now when it comes to the MVP race in your opinion?
So I'm gonna start off like this. Yeah, that's why I had to do that movement, because I really am getting into basketball season mode. And I'm about to, I just went to my basketball meeting last night. I'm about to get my youth league started in at the Rock, Jonesboro Baptist Church in Jonesboro, Georgia. Trying to get us get ready. I found out I got 9 players this year, 5-on-5, and we done going through some stuff over there, with COVID and all that. So we may have to do 3-on-3 half courts and here and there. But I'm getting in basketball mode because all the football is getting segregated and separated right now. So
I like segregated. I'm like, wait a minute.
I said the wrong word. I'm sorry. I was listening over here. Separated.
Like, Lord, it's time to start praying, because if we start to, I'm like, oh no.
No. What I'm saying is, I'm just saying it's not a lot of college football left, and then it's all NCAA now, basketball. So
it's
heavy. And so I gotta go with hey, I'm sorry, VJ. Hold on. Yeah, somebody. That's why I got distracted. I'm sorry. So we was talking about the NBA, right?
Yes, the East. Who you think is the best team in the East and the best team in the West, and then who you think is the front runner in the MVP race right now, in your opinion?
Okay, so the NBA East, you got to give it to the Boston Celtics right now first, the best team. But of course Giannis is right there breathing down their neck. A healthy Embiid is right there. A healthy Hawks team could be a scary team at the 6 or 7 seed. You know what I mean? Anytime during the East.
Yeah.
So, but MVP out of the just out of the league right now, I guess I can get my Western Conference team too. I think Memphis. I literally overall think Memphis, just straight depth and everything. These 3 teams are the best 3 teams. Memphis, New Orleans, and what's the other team? Boston. I just said those are the 3. I can put 4 in there. Milwaukee, because Giannis, he's going to put the team on his shoulders. He's going to do what he do. So those are the top 4 teams to me in the league.
Yeah,
you can mix it up with East and West, whatever. But those are the top 4 teams to me, and they really got almost, if you think about it, they got the top 4 players too.
Yeah,
they got the top 4 players right now.
Yeah,
that you can argue for MVP. Besides Doncic, because MVP to me is like the most valuable player. You wouldn't even win 15 games if it wasn't for me, and that's like Luka. You know what I mean? That's like Dallas wouldn't win that many games without Luka. He would. There's a lot of players on their team. Kawhi, the Clippers would be a whole lot better if Kawhi Leonard played all the time. So we can go by MVPs when they play, but the way they go by is those are the top 4 teams and top 4 players to me. And you probably can name some here I probably missed here and there.
Well, you got Steph too, but Steph is hurt now.
Yeah, he's hurt now, so that's what I'm saying. Donovan Mitchell with Cleveland, but Cleveland went to the playoffs without him last year. So
I mean Donovan Mitchell. I mean he's in the talks, but he's at the bottom of the list.
Yeah,
he's he's still valuable, but
he is a definitely difference maker for them, though.
Sure. Absolutely. So for me, I think in the East, I still think the Celtics are there right now, but I still think Milwaukee. I still think that Milwaukee is that team to be. The only thing is Milwaukee just got the brakes beat off of them against Memphis, bro. Like they beat them off.
Memphis is no joke. I think Memphis and New Orleans, they're young.
Memphis beat the brakes off of Milwaukee, bro. And it's crazy because I was just in Dallas and I went to the Mavs and Bucks game, and that game was crazy. Like Bucks were down 12 in the 4th and came back. Like that was a really, really good game. and I was sitting up in the nosebleeds, but you can still see Giannis is huge, bro. Like Giannis is still huge, like from way up there. But I definitely, I mean, you got to give it to Boston, but I still like Milwaukee just because of Giannis. And as long as they got Giannis, I think that later on in the year, and when they really need a push, when they really need somebody to step up, like I think that's when Giannis is at his best, and he's shown, he's gotten over that hump, and he's gotten to the finals, and he's been in a lot of clutch situations. So I still, at the end of the day, think it will ultimately be Milwaukee, but right now the best team is Boston. I'll say
that's I think that's easily. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't say easily because you never know what can happen.
Yeah.
But Boston and Milwaukee, unless they got to play each other earlier in the playoffs. That
both of those two, I think that because that was the Easter. What was that?
No, they beat them before the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, it was before the Easter. Wait, I thought
they beat Miami. They beat Miami for the Eastern Conference Finals.
No. It last year it was Boston and Milwaukee.
No, not in the Eastern Conference Finals.
I thought it was.
No.
I'm pretty sure I thought it was, and then
I thought they beat Miami because Jimmy Butler was balling with them. I think it was. I'm pretty sure. We gotta look that up.
Yeah, I'll look it up. And then in the West,
who's 1 and 2 right now in the West? That's
the West.
Memphis,
the West for me
and
is
New Orleans.
Oh, it was. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah. Because that was the series, the game where Jimmy pulled up for a 3 in transition, and that okay, yeah. So that was the semi. I mean the quarter. That's probably the quarterfinals then. But what am I trying to say? Memphis is the best team in the West for me. Like I think Memphis is that team. But what's so funny, bro? And I don't really hear a lot of people talking about this, but I think the Eastern Conference is stronger than the West this year, bro.
Top to bottom, for sure.
Because that's what I'm saying. Because look at right now, the number one team in the West, which is Memphis, they're 19-9. After that, 18-10, 17-10. You know what I mean? Like, we're not used to seeing like the Western Conference, kind of look like that. And I think it's right now, but like I said, it's still a lot of basketball.
It's a lot. It was over about 50 games left to play, probably.
But I do think that right now, the East has a stronger,
definitely
a stronger, like you said, top to bottom. I think they are. But like you said, we'll see what happens there. And as far as like the MVP right now, Jason Tatum, Jason Tatum is the front runner right now. I'll just read you through, who they have as the top 5. So right now they have Jason Tatum. He had 47 first place votes. You got Giannis after that with 36, then Luka with 10, and then Steph with 6, and then Jokic is at 1. I mean, right now, you gotta go with Jason Tatum. I don't think that.
Give me one more time. Who was 2 and 3?
It's Jason Tatum, is Giannis, and Luka, and then Steph.
And then the last one was Jokic. Yeah,
Jokic is always in it, but I think that I don't think the Celtics would be, if we're talking about an MVP right now, the Celtics would not be where they are without Jason Tatum. We know that. Because I don't think that Jaylen Brown would not he would not lead the team by himself. This
is my thing about like Jokic being in there. Jokic's gonna put up his numbers.
He only got 1 first place vote though, so he's not up there like that.
Yeah, but he still shouldn't have been above Ja Morant or Zion Williamson.
Ja Morant is the next one after him, and then
Joel Embiid. He shouldn't be above Joel Embiid.
And KD, so it's after Jokic is Ja at 6, KD is 7, Zion is 8. Then you got Devin Booker at 9, Joel Embiid is 10.
The thing is about Luka, I mean, Jokic's been the best player. He won the MVP last year or the year before, one of them.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And he even when he's not, for one thing, he's not injury prone.
And that's the only reason. And honestly, bro, that's the only reason why he won it, because Embiid was putting up crazy numbers. He was putting up like 40, 50-point games. But remember, he got hurt and he had to sit out like 18, 20 games. That's what lost him the MVP. I thought Embiid would have won it because he was playing his best basketball before he got hurt.
Believe that Jokic is a winner MVP. He just will win games for you, but he won't win championships. Not like Embiid will, not like John Morant will, not like Zion will, if they stay healthy like he does. You know?
Yeah. So, like you said, yeah, we'll watch it though. But Tatum's in the lead right now, but we'll see. Like you said, I still, Giannis.
I give Tatum the lead right now. He looked like a young Kobe Bryant out there, man. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, I give it to Tatum right now. Like you said, I definitely will give it to him. But we'll see how everything shifts. For the rest, as the year goes on. Excuse me. But y'all, we're gonna take a break. We're gonna come back. We're gonna give y'all a little inspiration, man, and we're gonna jump back into our last two topics for the night, man. Appreciate y'all jumping in. Keep it locked. We'll be back. The No Sports Talk Show right here. Facebook, YouTube, StreamYard. Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all, we're back. The No Sports Talk Show right here live in the virtual booth. I'm your host, VJ Johnson, and here with my main man, Miles T. This is right around the time, y'all, we do our inspirational segments. You guys have been following. So again, let me say this too. We know we're not doing it on a regular day. So we have moved the show to Thursdays, but Thursdays got a little tied up. So the great thing about it is because we got our, we're doing our own show, we could give you all content, whatever, and it's a blessing to be able to still go live on other days when we might get tied up. So we're just happy, like I said, happy to be able to still do this. But I just wanted to actually for this inspirational segment, I wanted to shout out my mom. So my mom actually wrote her first book. Oh. So the book is right here. So it's out right now. It's called Deliverance in the Distance, Freedom from Darkness. So you can actually, I know that's kind of, let me back up a little bit so y'all can see a little better. But I know that it's out right now on Amazon. So you guys can actually go order this book right now. You can also order it on Barnes and Noble as well. So again, it's Deliverance in the Distance, Freedom from Darkness. And it is an evangelistic testimonial novel. So it's by Cynthia K. Johnson. That's my mother. I actually started reading this the other night, and for me, I'm just gonna read what my mom wrote for in the beginning of the book. So it's like not the first page, but it's like when you kind of like open up the cover. So it says, imagine that an imperfect, unworthy vessel like me, used by God to bring him all the glory. He brought me out of darkness into his marvelous light. He also gave me the courage to share personal details of my life. I finally embraced the fact I truly was made for more, trusting in God's plan for what he had in store. Christ, my Lord and Savior, is my strength. God's grace and mercy is why I survived the distance. So, and then she has a verse under here, it's John 8:12, and it says, Then Jesus again spoke to them, saying, I am the light of the world. The one who follows me will not walk in darkness, but will have the light of my life. So, this book is really like going to bless a lot of people. This is my mom's personal testimony of her life. Like I said, like I know, pretty much everything is in here because mom's been, sharing it with me as she's been writing. But there are some things, I personally, because I was younger, may not have known. So like, it's just a blessing to be able to read her story and allow her to she allowed God to use her to be a vessel to share her story with other people, to be an inspiration, to let you guys know that you can, get out of those dark times. You may be in a dark time right now, and reading this will really bless you. You may not be in a dark time, and I'm not saying that it might be one coming soon or anything like that, but this is just something that can really bless you. And I thought that what she wrote in here was just talking about, being used by God to bring him all the glory. And I think that's huge because as we live our lives and as we go through different challenges and obstacles and life happens, I think that like what moms is saying in here is that, when he brings us and delivers us out of those times, out of those valleys and different challenges that we've gone through, we can give him the glory and be able to share our story with other people and say, look, like he did it for me, he could do it for you too. And I think that's a powerful thing, to be able to go through a tough time, come out on the other side with, obviously with God's with God's help and him being there with you every step of the way. And in reality, he knows that he's not going to put you through anything that he can't get you out of. And then just being able to come on the other side of that and tell other people, like, this is my story, and not be ashamed to tell your story, because you never know who it could bless. So like I said, man, y'all, support again, purchase this book. I'll probably keep bringing it on for you guys, over the coming weeks.
Do that. Sure.
And mention it. Just, like I said, you can find it on Amazon. You can find it on Barnes and Noble as well. I can't remember the other site. So, Mom, I'm sorry. I know you watch it, but but this her picture back here. She has a beautiful picture back here of her. So I'm proud of her because she's been working on this book for years. Well, about a year and a half. So it's finally here, y'all. But yeah, that's all I had, man. Maz, you got anything to add or anything like that?
Definitely congratulations to moms, man. She's been with us since day one. Congratulations on that. Very spiritual woman, and always got positive vibe and attitude and sayings, man. So definitely keep going down that right track. Hey, don't nobody control your destiny but God. Absolutely. So you keep doing your thing and just keep praying for us and keep tuning in to us too, Miss Mom. For sure.
Yeah, man. So all right, y'all. We're gonna jump back in and talk some NFL. I'm sorry. So right now, man, looking at it in the NFL, do you think, Miles, who's your favorite in the AFC, who's your favorite in the NFC right now? And then let's talk MVP, man. We talk MVP in the NBA. Let's talk MVP in the NFL. So I'll let you take it away, bro.
Whew. And MVP, the best team in NFC, I give you. You got to give it to the Philadelphia Eagles right now in the NFC right now, man. You got to just do it.
Eagles spot. Yep.
You got to give it to them right now, man. Super Bowl task, I don't know. You know, you never know when that Super Bowl, when that playoff hit, you never know what team. San Francisco looks scary out of the NFC. Scary.
Boy. Brock Purdy.
That could be like that Jalen Hurts from Oklahoma playing against that SEC team in the bowl game, you know, in that Final Four. You know what I mean? It could be that type of game. So, and the AFC, that's hard. That's so hard right now.
The AFC really is tough.
The AFC is really hard, but you gotta go. You gotta go with the winners right now. You gotta go with Patrick Mahomes because you can't never really count them out for his Kansas City because when the time is down and when it's time to get down to that nitty gritty and when it's time to get down to the game, they always got the answers when it's time when it's all on the line. You know what I mean? So I just got my trust in them. If I was a gambling man, I would put my money on the Kansas City Chiefs and my money right now on the San Francisco 49ers coming to be Super Bowl, you know, going to the Super Bowl. Now, MVP, that's even scarier. They don't even really, I was looking at some numbers earlier, they don't even have really just Jalen Hurts in anything. No categories.
Yeah, he is now.
He is now?
Yeah, Jalen, everybody's talking Jalen.
Yeah, they're talking about him, but I'm talking about some numbers on like just, you know, them stat sheets and all that. You know, just for the numbers that they were saying. So it might have been some old numbers I was looking at. My fault. That might be my fault on that. But I know for sure what I'm seeing is definitely Jalen Hurts should be part of the MVP race for sure.
He's definitely in it. Absolutely.
Yeah, so I would, me personally, right now, and leading a team like he did with nobody really counting on him to do this at all. They thought he was going to be like a maybe career backup guy, come in here, clean up guy here and there. And him leading the Eagles like this with a new coach, with a new team, new receivers. You know, it's special to watch. It really is.
Yeah, it is. So for me, man, in the NFC, well, I'll do the AFC first. The AFC for me, man, I really like the Bills. I'm not gonna lie to you. I
don't trust them. Von Miller's gone too. I don't trust them.
That's the only thing about it. I like the Bills. I don't trust the Bills. If my trust, I would trust Pat Mahomes before I trust Josh Allen. But Von Miller will be able. Well, they're saying he's supposed to be able to come back. There's a chance he return by playoff time. So
I won't trust that to lead me.
I'm gonna stick. Well, I think when we talked about this before, I talked about the Bills. But they got the same record. Like, yeah, I do really like the Bills. I like the Bills, especially because I felt like they should have been in the Super Bowl last year. They should have, man. That was.
Yeah, that Kansas City game, that was a heck of a game. Sure.
They should. Well, not last year. The year.
No, it was last year.
Yeah, last year. Yeah. Was it last year?
Yeah, yeah.
But
that Bills.
No. That was the year before that's the year before last because they played the Bengals last year. The year before last.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. I forgot about the Cincinnati Bengals making it there. That was like a first surprise in history. That much.
Absolutely, that was surprising. But I definitely, I'm gonna go. Oh boy, the best team is the Chiefs. I like the Bills, but the Chiefs are better, bro. Like they really are. And then
I would put the Baltimore Ravens over the Bills if I can see Lamar Jackson is starting to become injury prone a little bit. And I don't know if it's because of his contract or if it's just because
it's because their team is falling apart. He has they want him to stand in the pocket and they want him to throw the ball, and that it just does not work that way. Like it just doesn't work. They have turned, and if you watch Lamar now, he doesn't want to run because they drilled it in his head so much to like, oh, work the pocket, move in the pocket, do this. Bro, forget all of that. Pocket collapse, take off. Like forget all of that because they wouldn't have got nowhere near as far as they got if he wasn't doing that before.
Yeah.
You see now they want him to stand in there and get killed. And it's like, no, bro, like that, and it's too much pressure. You know what I'm saying? You can see the pressure with the contract situation. You see it. You know what I mean? So for me, like, I don't trust the Ravens at all, like by no stretch of the imagination. Lamar Jackson, I mean, they need to do something. You know, with him being injured, like, no. But like I said, right now, you gotta go with Chiefs and Eagles, but I do like the Bills. I will say that.
And I like Baltimore maybe to give one of them teams a problem if they got a healthy Lamar Jackson.
But I do like the 49ers. I do think that the
49ers too.
49ers are really are a scary team. I think that
they definitely can beat Philadelphia on an NFC Championship platform.
Yeah, they could. Yeah, I think that they could if they had Debo too. I mean, I think that they could. I think that
Christian McCaffrey.
And the biggest thing here is like, and you know, the Eagles they have shown some vulnerability against the run because the way Green Bay came into Philly and, you know, ran the ball pretty easily on them. But, you know, I personally do think that it is going to be a lot of pressure, you know, being, you know, that number one seed. So you'll see, you know, when the pressure is on, it's harder to win when you're a team that has not been there before. But I do like the Eagles to get to the Super Bowl. I mean, I know I'm saying that now. I know we're going to talk about that like as the weeks go on and on and on. But I do like the Eagles to get there. I'm rooting for my guy Jalen. You know, of course, I got to rock with Jalen. You know, that's my boy out of Alabama. But I also
traded you.
Nah, man, it's
Oklahoma. He went to the same color but a different team.
Hey, he had to do what was best for him, man. At the end of the day,
all right.
He had to do.
That's just like Henry Toto, two-toe. Yeah.
Nah, he had to do what was best for him, man. And I think that, you know, I do think that he's in the MVP conversation for sure. They got
for sure. I give him that. Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes is one right now, but Jalen is behind him. But I personally think that I would give it to Jalen over Pat Mahomes because look at this turnaround, bro. Like you're talking about how bad people talked about Jalen, how he was struggling, or he's not gonna be able to throw the ball, and all this stuff they talked about him and all the negativity surrounding him, and look at, you know, the way that they turned the team around. And I want to say something about Micah Parsons because he sounded like a complete clown. Like when they asked him about, you know, and I obviously don't expect him to say anything positive about the Eagles, but they asked him about, you know, should Jalen be in the MVP race? And he said something like, oh, well, you know, they got a good defense. So is it really the team or is it him? And it's like,
I saw that.
Every MVP, every person who's won the MVP award, every quarterback who's won it, they've had a solid team around them. So I don't understand where he was going with that. Like, that's a clown comment to me. Like, it's just stupid to say that because nobody who's won MVP that hasn't had a team around them. Aaron Rodgers won.
I believe he messed up because I believe that Philly gonna take care of that because they still got to play him one more time.
Like Philly, I hope Philly cleans Dallas all the way.
And I think they got to play at Philly. Or it was the first game at Philly. I don't remember.
You know, this one is in Dallas.
Okay, yeah. The second one's always in Dallas. That's right.
Yeah, you can't sit up here and say, oh, is it the system? Everybody has a system. Like what? Everybody has a system. So what does that mean? Like, what does that mean? I understand Dak won't be in the MVP conversation. We know that, but that's what we need to focus on. Like,
Dak robbed the system. Dak better,
Yeah, like, come on, bro. Like, don't try Jalen like that. Like, don't try Jalen like. But they'll correct that. Don't worry. They'll definitely correct it. They'll Jalen. I like how Jalen handled it though. He's like, I don't worry about any. I don't worry.
He's definitely a class act for sure. He's a class act.
And boy, and we get 3 games tomorrow. Before we go to our last topic, we get 3 games tomorrow. This is that time of the year, man. It's exciting, bro. Like, you get the Colts and the Vikings tomorrow. That's not going to be much of a game because I expect the Vikings to really. I mean, well, you never know. Let me stop because this year is a little weird. So let me chill out. But we got the Colts and the Vikings. Then you got the Ravens and the Browns. That's a nice divisional matchup right there. And then you got the Dolphins and the Bills for the primetime game. I think that's. I'm definitely excited to watch that. So, yeah, man. Yeah, definitely looking forward to Saturday football before these bowl games happen and everything like that. So
that's true too. It's a bunch of some good bowl games over the weekend too. That starts about 11 o'clock in the morning. It's gonna be. This is holiday season.
We do have bowl games.
Enjoy it. Holiday season, baby. I love it.
Yeah. We do have some bowl games that are tomorrow. Yeah, we do.
It's like 3 of them that's pretty decent,
You got Cincinnati and Louisville, Florida and Oregon State. I don't know about that.
That's gonna be questionable. I want to see it though. It's very intriguing just to see.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, and then you got SMU and BYU. I don't really know about that.
Yeah,
Texas and Boise State. I'll probably those first 2 probably.
Yeah,
we'll see. Stranger things have happened, but let's jump into the last topic we got. So, as we all know, the college football awards just happened, and we have a new Heisman winner, Caleb Williams out of USC. So, congratulations to Caleb Williams. Let me ask you this though, Miles. Do you think that they got this right? Do you think that Caleb Williams should have been the MVP? I mean, the Heisman winner for this year in college football. The finalists, as you all know, we had Max Duggan, CJ Stroud. Well, Max Duggan out of TCU, CJ Stroud, Ohio State, Caleb Williams out of USC, and God knows why, but Stetson Bennett out of Georgia. Don't understand why he was even in it, but
I understand why he was in it, but
he's not the best player on, bro.
I know that. I understand why he was in it though.
He's not even the best player on his team, offense or defense. They could have sent Jalen Carter. They could have sent Jalen Carter to as a finalist, not Stetson Bennett. What does he do? Come on, bro.
It's a beautiful story for him.
Yeah, I get the whole beautiful story and all the Cinderella and glass.
Walk on, won a national championship, back to back, la 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 la.
All that. Yeah, but he's 25 and playing against 18-year-olds. So he's gonna leave that there. But anyway, yeah, he's not gonna declare for the draft. So it's like,
who's not?
I don't think Stetson Bennett's declared for the draft.
He ain't got no more eligibility.
Huh? Yeah, no, I'm saying I don't think he's gonna go to. I don't think he cares about going to the NFL for real. I don't think he does.
He's gonna declare for the draft. He's gonna be a free agent somewhere.
It was like Jake Fromm. Jake Fromm wheeled Georgia to the national championship, and he got picked in the 7th round by the Bills, and we don't know what happened to him.
Was it the 7th? I thought he got picked earlier than that. I thought like 3rd or 4th.
Jake Fromm got drafted like the 6th round. I swear. I'm gonna pull it up just because I want to see. But
yeah, because I proved you wrong already tonight. Go ahead, give me another one,
bro. No, first of all, that was. I wouldn't. I'm tired. I'm tired. That's all it was.
Oh Lord, I'm tired too. But
that don't happen a lot.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, it was round 5, so I was close.
But I was closer. I think it was fourth.
I said 6, so we both close.
We rounded up, not rounded back.
What? But yeah. Oh, Jay Fromm plays for the Giants now. Okay, cool.
He's for the Giants. Okay, I know he got drafted with the Chargers, wasn't it? I believe
the Bills.
Oh yeah. That's right, Bills. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, man.
I believe they got it right.
Yeah.
He was the best quarterback, for sure. USC. Caleb was definitely. Was it Caleb Miller? What's his name?
Caleb Williams.
I said Miller. Caleb Williams. Yeah, he was definitely the guy that made something happen when it was out of nothing. Like that guy that he'd scramble to the right and throw it across his body 20 yards and make a exciting play.
Mm-hmm.
Like that type of guy. He was that type of quarterback. So I give it to him first, the most valuable player to your team, because I don't think USC would have been half of that good if it wasn't for him.
Yeah. You know, so. It's like how what you call Kyler Murray was running around and he was going crazy in Oklahoma.
Yeah. So. Exactly the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So yeah, bro. But I definitely think, you know, I think they got it right out of everybody that was there. I think you had to go Caleb Williams. I mean, Max Duggan. I think Max Duggan has a story too, because you know his story. You talk about his story where he came, like he has a story. Like
I remember the COVID and everything. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He has a story. I'm not saying Stetson Bennett don't have a story, but I'm just saying he's a guy that, you know, coming in this year, like, because he wasn't even a starting quarterback. He stepped in and got these dudes looking real nice. And honestly, you know, I know we aren't talking about the playoff just yet in detail, because we want to obviously save that, but you know, TCU TCU could get to the Natty now. They could. It's possible.
It's possible, yeah.
Now, I don't think their defense ain't gonna do it for them for real. But I think that offensively, they do with the receivers that they have.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing that I will give TCU. That is one thing that I really will give them. They have some wide receivers, especially the big. They
got some
dogs, bro. It kind of reminds me of you remember when Colt Brennan was at Hawaii? They had
them 5-10 scatters though.
No, I was saying what I was saying was that's what I was going to say. I know they aren't as big as these guys, but I was just going back thinking about like that team that you just didn't think was going to do anything, and they really had like those, and all of them had dreads. They all had like blonde dreads.
They got a bunch of Florida boys over here, though. They're like, dog.
I remember when I'm like, why is Hawaii raw like this? Why do they have four? Why do they look this good? Like, it was crazy, but
and it was looking nice. Colt Brennan lasted 3 seasons in the NFL. That's about it. And,
that's about it. He did his job. He made it there. But
yeah, hey, I guarantee he's living good off of it too. Them 3 years.
It ain't a lot of people getting drafted out of Hawaii.
I think it was first round, wasn't it? Second round? It was high.
I gotta go look at that. But it's pretty high. There's not a lot of people people from Hawaii get drafted. I'm just saying Hawaii to school, y'all.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I think
I was clarifying that for everybody that's tuning in, just so they start shade on Hawaii like that.
I like June Jones too. I like June Jones, the coach. Yeah. He was the coach at the time.
Yeah. So. But yeah, man, I mean, I think, you know, TCU, they got some receivers now. They can challenge you vertically. So we'll see, man. I'm excited to get into, you know, more discussion about it. You know, we got 2 weeks before the playoffs happen. So, you know, excited to see that. And for, you know, and then talk about the other New Year's Six bowls as well, and some other ones that are going to be of interest. So definitely excited about that. Yeah.
But I'm gonna be honest, straight up though. I think Georgia got the overall best team: offense, defense, special teams, everything. I think Georgia's more built better than the other three on all every aspect.
Oh yeah, Georgia's definitely built better than all the other three for sure. Yeah. Now, what's gonna be interesting? I'm just interested to see like how they come out because they're pretty much they got a home game. It's a home game against Ohio State. Like, so I definitely am interested to see how they come out. How Stetson Bennett going to perform? You know, what's going to happen? Because now you know you're the hunted. So it's like the tables are turned for this year. So how's last year they were kind of like, you know, they had the best defense and they were but they were still kind of like playing that underdog role, but now that's not the case anymore. So, you know, I just want to see how things go there. But I do think that Ohio State, I mean, they'll travel well. I don't think it's going to be, and I don't think I got to look into this more in regards to like the tickets and stuff like that. But I always used to think that they would sell the tickets evenly to each fan base. But I guess they don't really do that anymore because I mean, I don't even really know if they ever done that. But I'm so used to seeing like, you know, during like the SEC championship games, it pretty much seems like even across the board when it comes to majority of the time. Now, I don't know what it's going to look like here because I'm pretty sure it's going to be a whole lot of 80. It'd probably be about 90% Georgia fans in there, but no, like I definitely think. I mean, it'll be an even crowd. So we'll definitely see, man, and you know, and like I said, we'll talk more into it in regards to like the X factors and what each team needs to do to win because we got to run down, you know, that obviously because I mean everybody is 0-0 now, so we'll see.
Yeah, for sure, for sure, definitely. But I do think this is going to be the hardest task for the Georgia defense. Just like actually, I was watching the Paul Feinbaum show earlier. A little bit, you might just listen to some of the callers that come in. There was a dude out of Alabama said that this is going to be the best passing offense since Tennessee. That this is going to be the second best passing offense that Georgia's played against, only besides Tennessee. Other than that, no other team can throw the ball like Tennessee or Ohio State. So this is definitely going to be a challenge for Georgia and the defense. So for sure.
But it's another home game. So
at the end of the day, yeah.
Yeah. But they're in the dome. They're inside. It won't be raining and all that extra stuff. So we'll see.
Yep.
Definitely will. But hey, but yeah, y'all, look, that was all we had for y'all, man. We appreciate everybody who tuned in, man, on this Friday evening, man, giving us some of your time to talk good, healthy sports talk as always, man. We appreciate the love and support. Continue to rock with us. Miles, go ahead and say goodbyes, bro, and we're gonna get up out of here.
Yes, sir. Like always, man. Give God His glory, man. Thank Him for each and every day, each and every episode that we do, man, and this opportunity and everything, and people y'all tuning in to us whenever, even through the bad times like this with this glitching and stuff. I'm so mad at this. We finally got the background looking beautiful, and it's now glitching, but we're gonna work on that in God's plan and God's and do. And so, Miss Cynthia, congratulations on your book, and let's go Vols, and we ain't going nowhere, Milton. And the 5-star quarterback is on campus practicing with us right now. The kid out of California, I can't think of his name because I don't want to mess it up before he gets started. But he's the $8 million man out of high school already, and you already know we coming. You already know we air raiding.
Hey.
R.I.P. Mark Leach and his family.
Oh yeah, man.
Mike Leach. Excuse me, Mike Leach. Sorry.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Definitely give our condolences out to Mike Leach, man. He passed this week, and you know, just really, really, really great coach, and gave a lot to the college football world. So definitely our thoughts and prayers go out to the family and close ones. And again, like I said, man, we appreciate everybody giving us some time, continue to rock with us. And like Miles said, yeah, we had a few little glitches here and there, but look, hey, ESPN and them have some glitches sometimes too. So look, we're not the only ones. You know what I mean? It's a blessing to be able to at least come on here and do our our little thing like we love to do. So
yes, sir.
But y'all, we're gonna continue to improve and enhance this thing as much as possible. So we appreciate everybody who's been rocking with us and who's starting to rock with us, and tell a friend and hey, have them tune in as well. But again, man, we hope everybody has a great weekend. Be safe, get your shopping done. Like I said, get that stuff in the mail. Because it's crazy out here, y'all. It really is.
Yeah, definitely.
Shout out to Mom in the book. Again, I'll be bringing that on. So y'all could, look into purchasing that and everything and supporting. And hey, we hope everybody has happy holidays. And we should be coming on again next week, but I know people will be traveling and everything like that. So like we said, we just want to say happy holidays early to everybody. Yeah. Start watching them Christmas movies, y'all. We only got 9 days left. So if you hadn't started watching the Christmas movie yet, look.
Now don't watch them all day because they're gonna put you to sleep. But
yeah, some of look, you got Hallmark Christmas movies. You got start watching the Christmas movie, man. Y'all need get your Christmas playlist.
The best one of all time, Christmas Story. Christmas Story.
A Christmas Story?
Yeah.
Bro, I know.
BB Gun, are you serious?
Hey, bro, I look. Home Alone is one of my favorites.
Yeah, you younger generation.
I'm like, bro, I can't. The Christmas Story, I'll be sitting there looking like that'll put me to sleep. I'll just play. But no, don't sleep on the Hallmark movies. I'm telling y'all, they have some of the best.
They got some decent ones. Yeah,
I'm telling you. But
Lifetime too, actually. Christmas movies.
Yeah, Lifetime. Look. They got some good Christmas movies on there. I watched This Christmas the other night. I think it was last night. No, it wasn't. It was the night before last. So I don't know what I'm watching tonight, but we'll figure it out. So again, man, peace, y'all. Blessings, love, and as always, roll tide. We'll be back next week.
One more thing, VJ.
What?
The men's Tennessee basketball team will be #1 before it's all said and done. I'm talking about coming up before the tournament and all that. We're gonna be #1. We're gonna reach that #1 spot.
False.
Men's Tennessee basketball.
False.
Okay.
Alabama basketball.
Okay. We're gonna be #3 after we beat Arizona. We're gonna be up to #3 after we beat Arizona 4 something.
And we're gonna take care of Gonzaga tomorrow. And we're gonna move up even higher. So
okay.
We're gonna see y'all. It's lonely at the top. You know what I'm saying? I'm just playing. All right, y'all.
Yeah, this ain't football. Don't do it.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Salute.